Today I would like to take you for a walk around my garden and show you some of the things that are currently growing in it. Our backyard is not very large. It is only about 100 square meters, and as you can see, it is not very tidy at the moment. And that's because we are working on a few different projects. We are planning on moving one of the garden beds into the center of the yard. We are also building a new chicken coop, and we are going to build a new enclosure for our chickens, which will be a lot larger than the one that they currently have. There's our compost bin, which has been a bit of a fail, and one of our water tanks. We are currently at the start of spring, and so many of the things in my garden have self-seeded and grown over winter. So let's go for a walk. This is the first garden bed that we had built, and right now it is very overgrown because we haven't done anything to it over winter. It has been taken over by poppies as well as parsley, but that's okay because this is where we plan on making the new chicken run, and the chickens will have a ball eating all of the greens. Originally I was planning on this garden bed being my herb garden, but it has become a bit of a mishmash of different plants. I have different types of lettuces mixed in throughout this garden bed. Kale, and these are my onion greens. I am growing these from onions that have started to sprout. And one of these had really yellow leaves, and within about 2 weeks of it being in the ground, the leaves have turned nice and green. In front of the shed here I have a raised garden bed. I'm growing different varieties of edible peas in this garden bed. One of my favourite ones are these ones. They have these beautiful pink flowers, which then turn into these nice purple pods. Now parsley seems to just self-seed throughout our entire garden, so it grows across all different garden beds. This rocket plant has gone into seed, and if you've never tried the flowers, I highly recommend it. They are quite delicious, just like the leaves. In the front of the garden bed here I have a mix of different lettuces. We have been picking leaves from these lettuces for about a month now. This garden bed is where I planted 3 different types of cucumber seeds. We haven't done anything with this garden bed. As you can see, it has some rocket growing in it, which has gone into seed, and I'm going to leave it in the garden until the pods dry so I can save the seeds. Over here we have some stinging nettle, which I like to use in my salads. Here's some mint that we grew from food scraps. Over here I have a bit of a flower garden with irises and daffodils and a few other plants. Here's a lemon tree with the one and only lemon that it grew this season, but it has a lot more flowers and buds up on top, so I'm hoping that we're going to finally get some lemons from this tree. Last week we planted 2 trees, a dwarf orange tree and this fig tree, which was growing in a pot for over a year. This is one of the last garden beds that we have built. Here is some spinach that has been growing since last year. I believe it is called perpetual spinach. As you can see, these leaves are massive. I have a few broad bean plants, capsicum and tomato seedlings that we got from diggers. I have some sweet peas growing, and check this out. They are starting to flower. I hope you enjoyed this short tour through my garden. If you have a garden, I would love to hear about what you have growing in it. Let me know in the comments below. Till next time.